homemade cobbler, then look no further than Leach Brothers Barbecue, located at 1106 East Henderson in Cleveland, Texas. Leach Brothers has been family-owned and operated since 1950. Take it from me, Taco Joe Orwinski. Todd and his family have been filling my belly breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a long time. Heck, I even have my own booth, open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Come see them for dine-in, carry-out, and all your catering needs.
Wilfred Brimley for Loafing Dog.
I'm Wilfred Brimley for Loafing Dog. You know, when I get the hankering for a hot dog, I go to Cleveland, Texas. Just a couple blocks off the square, they got Loafing Dog. They got the Neely Dog, the Mary Sunshine Dog, the Casey Dog, and the Shirley Dog. Why, they even got the Pacer Dog, the Brooklyn Dog, and the Jim Dog. Can't forget the Shane Dog, or the Joy Dog, and the Monty Dog. I like that fool. The Nakia Dog and the Braxton Dog round things off. Why, they even got a kids menu too.
Loafing Dog, 208 East Chambers Street, Cleveland, Texas. Lunch, catering, or takeout, plus outdoor seating. Phone numbers 817-556-1040.
This is Wilford Brimley. And don't forget, Loafing Dog won't give you diabetes.
Hey, there's something you forgot to do. It sure is hot. Are you sweating like a dog? Wait, what? Dogs don't sweat. Oh no, you forgot to get your window tinted. Whether it's the kitchen window that sits in the sun for the hottest part of the day, or you just got new wheels, call Sharp Window Tinting in Burleson. 817-615-9379, or look them up on the web, sharpwindowtint.com.
Joco Community Radio. Listen live at jococommunityradio.com.
Me and my crew, although we made it back, we on top. We keep on pushing, bars are raising. We don't stop. No one can replicate the magic that we unlock. Cause we on top. Put your hands up in the air. 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 Put your hands up in the air.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the Bombshell here on Joco Community Radio. I'm Tiffany Carlen with the beautiful, lovely Bombshell, Lori Moore, by my side. And we've got two Bombshell, awesome women joining us here at the table. And we are going to let them introduce themselves and the name of their business that they are here to talk about. Ladies?
Yeah, hi. So happy to be here this evening. Thank you. I'm Brittney Hale, and we are basically here to talk about Suburban Wild, and I'll let Morgan introduce herself too.
Yeah, I'm Morgan Schott. We both live here in Burleson, love Johnson County, and just this past year decided it was lacking in just a little something. So we jumped in and decided to try to grow business here.
Well, give us the history of you two. Where does this relationship begin?
Oh, yeah, you take that away.
Yeah. So my husband is born and raised Burleson. I've moved here going on 11 years ago, and we moved into the Oak Valley area, and we had a 3-year-old son who wanted to start soccer. My husband is very dedicated. We have 2 boys, now 12 and 8 years old. And at that time, our youngest, Max, was into soccer, and he wanted to be the head soccer coach, needed somebody. And so here we are, Morgan.
My youngest, was on that team. That's how we met. And then realized shortly thereafter that we lived a block away and quickly became very close. We have our little found family here because my family is predominantly from Southwest Ohio. So it was...
but that's how great friendships start. Honestly. Yeah. I mean, that's how our paths crossed in a salon, and she, obviously was doing hair and makeup and everything else. And I had a boutique inside of there, and just there it happened. Yeah. And she started cutting the boys' hair, and here we are 12 years later.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. It's 12 years.
Yeah.
Because Maximus is 11. And so you have a Max. Is your Max a Max?
Just a Max.
Just a Max.
Yep,
and then I have Maximus. So so that's how the best friendships to me begin, is well, I say by accident, but nothing's by accident.
Totally organic.
Yeah,
But
organic.
yes, from God.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely, and intentional. And so here you are today. And what was it? What conversation was going on between the two of you when you thought something's missing? Was it something missing for you two, or was it something that you saw that was missing within the community?
I'd say both.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we actually went on a spring break trip in this past year.
Yep, March of 2021.
Yeah, and we were in the Broken Bow area, and we just fell in love with the area, of course, and we had a little family vacation there. And we were like, we need to bring some of this energy, some of this vibe into Johnson County, into the Burleson area, because we have a fantastic trail system, great outdoor areas. We have Cleburne State Park in Johnson County. And so we're like, how can we kind of elevate that? What can we bring? We love our local boutiques here in Burleson.
Mm-hmm.
We shop there quite frequently.
But we have a lot of them. There's some other things that we do need.
Yeah.
So my family owns in either Broken Bow or Hoochattown, both. They own a cafe, a coffee shop, and now one of the tea things or the protein energy tea, things like that. And that one's a whole gift shop there too.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
Yeah.
We definitely sort of found a vibe there. We found a shop that we were like, we want to do this. We want to bring this home. So that sort of started it. And I think for the first couple weeks, we were just kind of joking about it. And our other friend, we are a trio, that found family.
Oh, there's a trio.
family.
Okay, there's a trio.
Yes.
Okay.
And we would bounce ideas off, and then all of a sudden it was just like, well, why not?
Yeah.
Because we're not busy enough. No.
Right.
We'll also
So
start a business.
You each have how many kids?
I have two boys.
2 boys, a
We
boy.
have two. Yeah.
And you have 2 and 2. And how old are they? Age
Middle
ranges?
school and elementary. So
Yeah.
I have a 6th grade daughter, and my son is in 3rd grade.
I have a 7th grade boy and then a 3rd grade boy.
Okay. So yeah, hands are full there. You both have full-time jobs.
For
Yes,
sure.
we do.
Yes. Yeah.
So what I love about this, and I don't know if you've watched the Bombshell before. I know you've seen the morning shows, but the Bombshell, it's not just about how we look on the outside, this idea of what a bombshell is, because what makes us a bombshell truly on the outside is what makes us a bombshell on the inside. And a lot of that comes to from the innovation, the ideas, right? That even though we're moms and even though we're full-time employees and we're wives,
Right.
doesn't mean that we can't go beyond, that there's any kind of barrier there or boundary that says, wait, we can't be more.
Right.
And so there's always this idea of, do we really have some more time for it? There's 24 hours in a day, as everybody knows. But what does that mean? I mean, where is there, who created a limit and a boundary to say we don't have enough time to add more to what we want to do?
Well, and we talk about this frequently too. I mean, the thing is, your limit is you. You need to understand what your own limit is with that. But the thing is too, like with y'all doing what y'all are doing, I mean, I love it and will support y'all and everything. It's not something I would want to do. You know, I don't want to. I don't want to take that on. I already have my other things that I have 2 other companies already that that I take care of. And there's been a couple of things that I've had to step away from lately, not because they weren't good things, but because it wasn't my passion. And what was my passion was falling by the wayside.
Exactly.
And so when we talk about that balance of, it's the good, bad, and we try to create a community of women business owners that, can talk through we've had CPAs on and attorneys on and everything. Like, let's talk through the things we need for our businesses to make us all successful, because we each have our own dream.
Right.
So
and honestly, if you don't have that passion, the success is never going to come.
Oh, no.
That's right.
No.
And it's a lot easier to be tired and worn out but still keep working when you are passionate about it.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah. I kind of look at that one as like, my mom and I were just talking, we had Christmas at our house. So for Christmas, we had 35 people at our house, and yes, it was hectic. Yes, it was hectic. I mean, trying to get it all together. Well, they're a family that watch. So
Notice I didn't call you on Christmas Day.
I didn't even have my phone.
literally.
I didn't even have my phone the whole day. Until
I know
that,
Todd
till at
texted
night.
you.
He did.
Todd
I didn't
texted
answer
you.
him back.
Yeah, it's okay.
But at the end of the day, everybody leaves. And it's like we had friends that had never been there before. We had family that had never been there before. We had people that come every single time. And Thanksgiving we had 45 people at Thanksgiving.
Oh wow.
But we both at the end of the days, as stressful and hectic as it was, like I already walked in the garage one time Christmas and, I was telling my wife, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I just need people to do what they say they're going to do. And she was like, can I go get your drink for you? Because it's just starting hitting, like we got a whole day of it. But at the end of the day, we sit down and we're like, wow. I mean, look at the people that came.
Absolutely.
Look at the tired was worth it. And, and after talking to my mom today, my mom said this was one of her best Christmases that she's, had in many, many years.
Absolutely.
So that alone makes it worth the, when you can look at the fruits of your labor and know that, that alone makes it good.
I've been seeing a lot of that on social media. The pictures of Christmases that seemed a lot bigger for some. And I just think that this, this pandemic just kind of did that reset where people didn't get together last year.
Reprioritized a little bit.
And now everybody just got together. It was so much more appreciated that they were together as family.
And so when I think, and I'm not going to go into this on air. I mean, like there's been some separation in my core family. But I lost my father-in-law, or I lost my stepfather earlier this year. So our life has taken a completely different turn, for my mom. And, we try to pay attention and, keep up with her to make sure she doesn't be, she's not going to be alone or whatever. But with her being at my house all the time, she was like, you have a very eclectic group of people that may or may not come in your house at any given time of day.
Darn right.
And it doesn't matter. I mean, we have radio station owners and attorneys to, felons and all people of all ages and people of all colors and people of all everything. But the fact that at the end of the day, I mean, the babies that call me and go, Lolo, do you still have Mexican food left over? Can I come get something to eat? That's, I mean, absolutely. We're gonna, and I have the chocolate and I have all the, I have all the things because I'm the aunt on the block. So yeah,
you're creating a great community.
We love our community, and we have found out that our community is not. Your community changes.
It does
over the years. So.
Well, and look where you guys are today at a growing business and
a soccer game.
How many new people did you meet just from doing the farmers market?
That's been so fun.
It has been a blast, and just meeting others in the area from outside even Burleson and Johnson County,
right?
Other business owners that started their business in the area too, and hearing their stories.
A lot have started over the last 18 months or pandemic times.
Well, it's just we've talked a lot about that.
Wild.
I'm just so excited because there's something cool coming to Burleson that I'm a part of. And it's going to offer these small business owners a really affordable way to start a storefront.
Well, that sounds very exciting since that's our goal.
And I can't talk about it in depth right now, but it's coming, and it's going to be it's going to be a big community area, and so and in an area of Burleson that we don't have much. So I'm super excited. And I mean, some people know, some people can put 2 and 2 together, but I'm just going to keep it to that amount right now.
That's all good. Keep it to that.
But those types of things excite me because as a small business owner, those are sometimes the things that we lack is an affordable way to start our business and to get that out there. And a lot of small businesses do not invest from the beginning in what's the most important thing to invest in, which is marketing. You have to market your business. You have to do the farmers markets and the shows.
And it's not always about the billboards and the stuff like that. It's making friends. I mean, when
person to person,
right?
We so did. Important.
Yes.
So my wife and I did the farmers market. Oh gosh. 2013, 2014. So
it was in the parking lot.
It was in the parking lot. Yes. But we did it. We had a daughter in college. My wife had been laid off, and we're like, okay, what can we do? It's not that we are multi-talented and we can do a lot of things. Do we want to get up every Saturday morning and be down there at 6 o'clock in the morning?
Setting up.
No, but we have made lifetime friendships with the people. Our few little 8 vendors that were there at that. At that point in time. I mean, we still see them. We still see them, and when we love to we still frequent their businesses, and and that's what it's all about too. So it's supporting each other and helping each other out.
This community is incredible for that. Just so supportive of their small business, both in like the city government, as well as just throughout the community and the residents and other small business owners. So it's been fun to kind of jump into that community and to try to build something, because it's a place to do it.
If we have to build each other up as small business owners, we have to share what works and what doesn't work. And obviously, every business is a little bit different. So you're going to find that there are things that works for you that didn't necessarily work for somebody else.
Absolutely.
And vice versa, depending on, okay, well, that was a cool idea. I appreciate them sharing it. Didn't quite work for us, but hey, you have to try it. You have to say yes and find out if it does, because if it does work, I mean, it's a big reward. So how did you come up with the name Suburban Wild?
Yeah. So we would frequent and have brunch tried at least Saturday or Sunday.
Brunch.
Yes. As this idea started to evolve, and we sat down and we were at Revelry, and it was like, all right, we got to figure this name out. And we knew we wanted something that was outdoor inspired. We knew we wanted something that had something to do with our being local and not necessarily being in Colorado or, California or a national park anywhere. But what can we call our home where we are? So we kind of came up with the name Suburban Wild, and like being local, and then also kind of like taking the wild out of where you are. Like, yeah, we all live
just finding the wild wherever you are.
Awesome. Finding the wild. I love it. So, we have a show on Mondays from 1 to 2 called Stay Wild Adventures from the Road.
Perfect.
And so it's becoming the word of the year, besides intentional, which I think is just I think it's a word that goes along with every year.
Even mindful.
Mindful's good.
So
yes.
much too.
But finding your wild is it's a really important thing, and that can mean something completely different to everybody.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
But Suburban Wild, I like it too, because obviously you live in the suburbs.
Yeah. I mean, we love that we can straddle both urban and very wild, very out there places.
That's where like, okay, 2 moms, soccer moms, I mean, if you really kind of just look at it,
she's baseball now. He totally changed.
Yeah, he totally changed.
It doesn't put suburban women and moms and wives and full-time job owners into a box. And so that's where I like how the 2 words come together.
Well,
really
and
good.
it's so important that you mentioned that, because as we've been creating and brainstorming and bouncing ideas off of each other and our friends and family, it's been like, we want a brand that speaks to so many different people, because this is a diverse community. We want to be comfortable for everyone, and maybe that's not possible, but I think it's sort of a valiant goal, and I think we'll try to keep that sort of front and center, because one, you can't be successful if you're alienating people.
Well, I think you have to understand, as a business plan, you have to understand, we were talking about boutique owners and stuff like that. We have, I know a girl that owns a plus size boutique in Johnson County. I know girls that do super young and trendy boutiques. And so going into that as a business plan, you have to know that, if you segregate yourself, although that's a great marketing scheme in itself. So you have to, you have to figure out what your plan is and what works for y'all.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So what you're just gone with people who are proud of where they live and enjoy more sustainable products, outdoor inspired products, being outdoors.
Talk about the more sustainable side for me, because I met you and it was at the end of the farmers market. And so it was like a fleeting, moment, like, oh, okay, this is some really cool stuff. We need to connect, and already texting. And I loved all of it, but I didn't get to really dive in with your entire line while I was standing there. So, cause I wanted to hit some of the other sellers. So talk about the sustainable side of your products.
Yeah. Well, so we're always trying to find brands that keep sustainability sort of front and center. So whether it's the Swedish dishcloths, which have become sort of a
top seller, it's a hit.
Sneak. Yeah, they're hugely popular. But this is like cellulose and cotton fibers. It's a sponge alternative that's completely biodegradable. once it's done, but ultimately it can be reused. You get it wet, it's more of like a thick spongy dishcloth.
So I'm showing it in the camera for anybody for anybody who's watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. It's a hard texture when you first touch it, and so
you get it wet.
When you get it wet, does it almost feel like a ShamWow?
Maybe
those
a little
ShamWow
bit,
rags.
but yeah, it's like a very thin but spongy, a little more of a cloth than a true sponge. But it'll dry like that texture, and then you get it wet. You can run it through the dishwasher.
And then the brand is called Plantish.
That is a Plantish one. Yeah.
Okay.
We found a few different ones that we like, but even like our Rocasa offerings, which is sort of natural and homeopathic products, they come in glass bottles rather than plastic. The ink that is used on these pillows and bags and dish towels is, the words better on the ink.
Just natural ink.
Organic.
It's just
it's not going to be toxic to you.
So can I see your? Can you hand me a bottle of?
Yeah,
I don't want to reach over.
No, you're fine.
So I want to learn more about what. Because I saw Sinus and I was like, okay, what is this?
Yeah, you need that one.
So this is it's a throat gargle.
Yes.
Okay, it's called Sinus and Allergy Throat Gargle. It's antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal. It's a 16-ounce bottle, and so
that's hyper. That's like very concentrated. So you dilute that, gargle it. I mean, it'll last forever, but it'll bust through anything that might be going on in your head, in your throat.
We might both be one of those.
Right. Even if it's just a scratchy throat. We had friends, the third in our trio was at the A&M Alabama game, where the Aggies won.
Yes, there you go.
Alabama.
So
it's got oregano oil in it.
Yes. They did not have voices the next day until they did some throat gargle. So that's a very popular one.
Okay. So on this one, I just want to read this so anybody can who's interested can understand how you use it. To use, shake well, add 1 to 2 tablespoons to half a cup of warm water and gargle for 15 to 30 seconds. May dilute more or less as desired, and repeat it every 2 to 3 hours as symptoms persist. So have you found that you need to, let's say it's you've got sinus congestion. Have you found that you need to do it repetitively, or?
It really depends. I mean, there are some things that'll just get knocked right out the first time. But yeah, I'm
going to need to leave with a bottle of this. I'm serious. I'm going to buy a bottle from you tonight to try.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And I'm an oils person. So I'm into Young Living and doTERRA. I like some from both. And so when I start to feel bad, or if anybody else is sick in the house, I literally put Thieves directly on me because none of the oils burn me.
Yep.
So I can go straight.
Oh, I know. I don't have to have a carrier either.
Me either. I'm like, I don't care. Now I've put it on someone before where I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And they started burning, but no, I don't need a carrier. I will lather that stuff on me, whatever I have to do to not get other people's illnesses. So they have, clearly they have oils too.
Yeah,
yes,
they
they do.
These are fantastic combination oils. So the 3 that I brought today is sleep, sinus, and headache. And then that one's a relax. So these all do have carrier oil. It's all avocado oil.
And they use an avocado. Yes. Interesting. Okay.
And then they're all 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oils.
That's awesome.
And each of them have their own little mix. You guys can open them up, smell them, even put it on your wrist if you want to.
Relax.
But they are
incredible.
Fantastic. My husband absolutely swears by the sinus and headache
Okay,
drops.
I wanted to see the sinus and headache because
absolutely
every company's different, and so I'm curious to see if they do what we call a sinus bomb, and it looks like it is. So this one has therapeutic grade essential oils: eucalyptus, peppermint, lavender, Ravintsara, which I have not heard of before, lemon, and wintergreen. Okay. So
give it a go. It smells fantastic.
So, did I say lavender? Yeah, you do lavender.
I love the vetiver.
Yes.
Yep, I love it.
Oh, you like vetiver? Oh, I can't stand the smell of vetiver. But it does help you sleep.
It does. That one has a lot of the woodsy. It's got the spruce and cedar and vetiver and frankincense.
I have roll on for the vetiver that I put right on the bottom of my feet, and it's actually I use rutavala, but the rutavala has vetiver in it, and it smells like dog poop. I'm not gonna lie. Not what we're smelling right now, but vetiver by itself,
it can.
It does.
Yes.
It by itself smells like that.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just being real.
You got to be honest. So
okay, so we call these sinus bombs. So these are These are droplets. Okay. So you do these under the tongue or do you use them topically?
No, you do them topically.
Okay.
So you can either put it underneath your nose, on your wrists, back of your ears, even on the sleep. I mean, of course, at the bottom of your feet, or even some of the sinus and allergy on your foot. So
our tension points.
My son gets nervous if he's not asleep by a certain time at night, and he comes to me with his wrists
and says,
"I
"Give
need
me
relax drops. I need relax drops." And he tells everyone about Rocasa. This is a company out of New Boston, Texas. So we try to do
area.
Try to do Texas. Try to stay local.
So I love that. That's how did you come across this brand? I've never heard of this brand before.
Our silent partner.
Yeah.
Okay.
The third of our trio.
Yeah.
Okay.
She introduced it to us, and we were like, as we're going into winter, what can we find that's like immune boosting? And we just fell in love with all.
Right now, just in general. Immune boosting.
Yeah, I know. For the past 2 years.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, so I'm gonna absolutely definitely dive in more on these Rocasa products with you, because I know you've got a cough syrup with you, and then what's the other one?
Yeah, so elderberry.
Elderberry, of course.
Of course. So this actually right here is the sinus and allergy bundle that we have. So it's $42.50, and it includes the Gargle, the elderberry, which does have honey, and we have an elderberry that does not have honey.
Okay.
So just in
For the
case anybody
youngins.
has allergies. And so simple ingredients, just raw honey, organic lemon juice, ginger root powder, organic vitamin C, cinnamon powder, and then clove powder in the elderberry. And then we also have the all natural cough syrup as well. And it has label for adult and children. So both adults and children can use the cough syrup. Did you want to?
That is a very affordable
Yeah, it is very.
I mean,
Yes.
amount. 16 ounces, and you dilute the elderberry or no?
That one, no. You just
Okay.
take a shot of that.
Okay.
Just
Okay. But I
literally
mean,
a
I'm
shot of that.
diluting the
Yep.
diluting the sinus the
yes.
gargle. I
That
mean,
makes it
that's
worth
going to
it
go
right
a
there.
long way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
$42 for that bundle
Mhm.
that is a really great price. I mean, and I know that because of what I just spent
Right.
on my oils
Absolutely.
package.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that is a really, really good thing. So, and then the oils, what are these? What are your blends tend to run?
So the blends tend to run, they're $15 for all of the drops. So
Again, very affordable.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. And so
And made in Texas.
exactly, yes. Keeping it in Texas, and they're a great family-owned company, and we're just grateful that they give us the opportunity to bring these down to Burleson, because nobody in the area sells these Rocasa
I've never heard
products.
of it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And do they wholesale across the country?
they do
They
wholesale across the
Okay.
country. Yes,
That's awesome.
All right.
Yes.
This is good to know, but you are the go-to place to get it here in,
Yeah,
in,
we are.
in
They
Johnson
actually
County.
have like 160 different products: dryer spray,
name it.
immunity spray,
Hair
like,
spritz,
just so much.
deodorant.
Wow.
Their detox mask is phenomenal.
Actually, one of the
Phenomenal.
most popular products we sold at the farmers markets were their shower steamers, decongesting shower steamers. They flew off
Yeah,
off the
I can
table.
see that. I
Do you
can see
have
that.
any with you?
We
We
don't.
Okay.
We didn't bring any today.
So I'm going to need some tomorrow
Mhm.
because I have had several people in the house who are sinus congested, and it's not COVID.
Yeah, just throw that
It-
down.
they
in
but
the
just-
shower.
allergies with this warm weather,
It's terrible.
It's
Well, and
awful.
it's Mountain
It's awful.
Cedar season.
And then
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
and the wind's been blowing like crazy. So
Mhm.
yes, it's been crazy.
I hate Mountain
Yes.
Cedar.
No, yeah.
I'm going to get that T-shirt. I hate
Right.
Mountain Cedar.
That should
Please
be
go
our
away.
next shirt.
Seriously.
That should be our
Yes.
next branded product.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yes.
You are welcome. We need to hashtag
You
that
heard it
too.
here first.
Yeah.
Hashtag I hate Mountain Cedar.
I know a few people who would buy one.
Yes, I would wear one completely, and I think my husband's starting to realize that. Yes, you do have some allergies,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
yes, it can turn into a sinus infection, and if untreated. So I need the sinus
Mhm.
bundle. I'm probably going to take that home from you. Just
Okay,
saying.
you got it.
Stay with us. We're going to talk more with Suburban Wild when we come back from this break and dive in on some of their other products and get to know them a little bit deeper. And let's catch up on Christmas a little bit and
Let's do it.
some of what happens. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back.
If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395.
Out-of-date carpet giving you the blues? Tired of your old dingy and broken tile? Let my friends at the Floor Store in Cleveland, Texas give your home the makeover it deserves. This is Old Taco Joe coming to you for the Floor Store. Whether it's carpet, tile, wood flooring, or real wood laminate, the Floor Store can cover all of your flooring needs. Located at 405 West Henderson Street in Cleveland, Texas, owner Brent Harris can help. Shower tile, tub surrounds, even backsplashes. Give them a call today at 817-641-9444. The Floor Store, they got you covered.
The voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.
We might need to bring
Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Bombshell here on Joco Community Radio. I'm Tiffany Carlen with Lori Moore and our wonderful guests. If this is your first time joining us, thank you so much. Please be sure that if you're watching on social media, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, or all of them, go find Joco Community Radio on all of those, and please follow us. Subscribe to us on YouTube. That is definitely our one of our go-tos for streaming, other than Facebook. And of course, if you want to listen to us live on the radio, we are at tuneinjoco.com, where you can download the TuneIn app. It is free. You do not have to have a paid subscription. Hey, some people need a prescription to Joco Community Radio. Just saying. So Joco Community Radio is proud to be the voice of Johnson County, Texas, and live 365 on the TuneIn Radio network. To listen on the radio, go to tuneinjoco.com and download the free app. We are streaming live simultaneously as well on youtube.com. Search for Joco Community Radio until we hit at least 100 subscribers, because we are fairly new to YouTube. You can't see us at Joco Community Radio yet. So we need you to please go subscribe to us on YouTube. All of our shows can also be found on any one of your favorite podcast platforms, such as Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, and Spreaker. It's a great place for you to go listen to the replays of any of our shows. Just search for the show title. Check out our lineup and more at jococommunityradio.com. Again, thanks for tuning in. This episode and more brought to you by Next Level Claims, making your insurance work for you. Reach out to your Texas sales rep, Nona Reed, at 844-TEX-HALE, and get her in your corner before the next storm hits to make sure your insurance company pays you the full amount of your claim, because guess what? They don't want to pay. They just don't want to pay those full claims. You got to have someone to advocate for you and make sure you get paid properly when that hail or windstorm or rain or whatever it is that you
snow or
get hit with,
whatever
snow as ice, crazy stuff that has happened in the past year. You just got to have help. And of course, also brought to you by the Bombshell Salon here in Burleson. Check them out at facebook.com/Bombshell Salon Burleson. I was like, wait, which way does it go? And of course, also brought to you by thetiffy.com. That's TIFFIE.com, where you can find Tiffy sleeves manufactured right here in the great state of Texas. Accessories for every season that you can take from one season to the next. And those are mine and Lori's those are our gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our thing.
Yeah. And then, of course, the radio. So thanks for joining us. Brittney and Morgan are here with us from Suburban Wild. That's right. It is what it says it is. It is Suburban Wild. You got to watch out. It gets crazy in the suburbs here in Burleson, Texas, right?
So on the nose with that name.
And if you want to, of course, check them out for yourself, you can go to Facebook. You can go to Instagram, you can go to Twitter, and it is Suburban Wild TX on all of those, correct?
All of them. Yep.
Awesome. You were able to get them.
Yes.
Or you can go to suburbanwildtx.com. And can they shop directly on your website
They
too?
can, as of today,
Yes.
December 27th,
Yay.
2021. We have a live website and we're very, very excited about it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Super happy for you. That's exciting. That is super exciting. So did you guys do the website yourself, or was this the silent
Yeah, this whole 10
invisible
months
partner?
has been like jump and trying to build the parachute as
you're falling out of the plane.
Yes,
we get that. We get
so
that.
Mostly Brittney, but we built a website.
Yeah,
which
so my brother-in-law is a graphic designer and he's into marketing. So he helped us with our logo, and he spent some time with that, got our demographics, and then he got our domain. And then so once we had that, we then built our website, and we're just figuring it out. We are very much, we want to learn ourselves.
Right.
And not maybe go through others where we would hit the easy button to say, hey, we could pay somebody to do this. This is a good challenge for us, and seeing
and our
what
husbands super appreciate that we're not just paying everyone to do
Well,
yes.
There's a lot to be said to that too, as a small business owner, because when you start out with a small business owner, that is the way it happens. You are the marketing department, you're the sales department, you're the communications department, your customer service, your
everything.
You're all of it.
Our
CFO,
kids,
CEO. I mean, kids get employed to back, package.
We have an intern that's our marketing intern. Our boys are our warehouse staff.
Yes,
so they love to help.
Yes.
The thing is, if you don't go in and do each part or each aspect of your business, how can you possibly train someone else to do those things for your business? And because you have to figure out what fails, what isn't the right way, what goes wrong. I mean, talk about some of that. Where have you guys struggled? And we ask about the struggles because it's important to share with other people who are thinking about starting a small business or who have failed forward. To talk about, hey, this is the reality of small business. It's not all bubble gum and champagne.
You mean Instagram doesn't show you the entire picture?
Yes. Go figure.
It is.
Wait, which picture wasn't photoshopped?
Oh my gosh. Sometimes Instagram, it's like, wow, everyone just like starts immediately successful with all these gorgeous posts and stuff.
Not reality.
No.
But I think coming into a business, because one, we didn't start this alone. We are here as a partnership.
Right.
So I think it's identifying where each other's strengths are and where our weaknesses are. And then how do we elevate each other in our strengths and say like, okay, maybe you should be handling this because you're really great at this area. Or we have the space over here, or, just logistically, just looking at it. So it is a true partnership.
And that's hard sometimes too. I mean, we own two businesses, and with those, it's it is finding out the logistics of, I can't be in control of every single thing because there are things that I'm going to fail or not do as good.
Right.
And accept the people that can help us out as blessings in that, and take that as okay, you handle it and let me move on to something else. And that is hard. So that's a huge step in business.
Yeah. Delegation is, I mean, you have to be able to do it. I'm not great at it still, and I'm okay with admitting that, because I have that same thing. It was, I can do it, so I should just do it.
Yeah.
But there comes a time to where you have to be able to pass that torch on to someone else because you're running your business. And so it's a fine line, when you get there, but you always know that you can go back and cover for who you delegated to if you need to.
Absolutely.
So, and that's the same thing with what each other's, role is within your partnership in the business, is knowing that you can step in and do her role and she can step in and do your role, whether there's a strength and weakness, imbalance on
Mhm.
either side,
Mhm.
you still have to be able to do those things.
I mean, it's communication
It
too,
is,
from the
absolutely.
get-go, and not letting it be, not letting those things take over, and making sure that
Mhm.
you stay joined, always. So
Definitely.
Yeah, and I think knowing what our vision was to start out with having this honoring our outdoor experience and kind of the vast opportunity that could be with the organic products, the sustainability, the really neat local living type BTX, Burleson, Johnson County type stuff. So knowing that vision, we can each be creative in it
that's
because we're
awesome.
both coming into it and we're like, oh, okay. Morgan has that idea. Okay, cool. Bring in an idea, and it's just like being that collaborative group is really
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
And then we've also kind of gone through this entire process with we have expectations for ourselves, but it's also we're not trying to take ourselves too seriously too quick because we understand the reality of what we have to balance in our day-to-day life.
Right.
So it's been a fantastic opportunity being able to do the once a month farmers market to get
That's
kicked
awesome.
off and understand our first farmers market. We went in and we go, okay, maybe next time we need to have this
have
or
products.
have money, have cash on hand.
No.
Like, you know what I
Yes.
mean? Like there are those
Yes.
little things
Yeah,
that
That's
we learn step by step, and it's been really great to I have a fantastic partner in Morgan in this entire
That was
thing.
that was
so
one
it's
of
fun.
that was one of the things we've done before. We've helped to, we created a festival, and so there were 4 of us going into it. So there was some very much headbutting with who had their strong ideas.
Mhm.
But at the end of it, we were constantly making notes of,
Mhm.
okay, we should have done this. I feel like this worked. This didn't work. This did, this didn't. And there still were strong personalities. But when you can all come back to the table and appreciate that, we got our butts handed to us, and but we still had a great time. And
Yeah.
and look at the people we met.
We actually had an event
We
like
just
that
did that.
on the 17th. We were at a brewery in Fort Worth, and somebody's like, try this out. It's a Friday afternoon, and we're like, oh, we'll give it a go. I mean, we're not going
We'll
to
put
say
in
no.
the PTO request
Yeah,
because let's
exactly.
review
Yeah.
Monday through Friday jobs.
Yeah. So we were up there, and we made just the amount of money we needed to pay
We
for our
pretty
spot.
much, yeah. But hey, we met a lot of people.
Right.
And
Yeah,
we have a
and
new
so those-
follower.
And those relationships were really great, but there's those opportunities where it's like, well, let's give it a go. Okay, maybe we're not going to do that again, and we'll figure out what works for us.
Well, finding your target market too. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's a big thing. Is it at a brewery? Maybe it was that. Maybe it was sometimes. So I've done some bigger shows for Tiffy where I would completely change my display
Mhm.
during the 2-day event.
Oh, wow.
And so sometimes it's just that.
Mhm.
And so it's literally taking the right product that's going to catch the eye of the customer, based on it. So if I notice like within the first 2 to 3 hours, I'm not really getting any major traffic. Nothing's really happening. I literally stand outside my booth and go, okay, how can I reassess? I'll reassess and I will start shifting things. And then you will find, holy cow, that was my
That was the
customer.
magic.
They were looking for the scarf.
Absolutely.
They were looking for that forever scarf and not necessarily the t-shirts that go with the sleeves, or it just depends. And so it's okay to do that during an event. Shift it up.
Oh, 100%. I don't know how
Well,
many
and being personable.
Mhm.
I mean, we've done so many vendor events where you walk up to somebody's booth and they're just sitting back with their arms crossed, and they're not trying to sell you. I'm like,
Take
I
it or
thought you
leave
were-
it.
I thought you
Right.
were gonna sell something, and sell it to me or don't sell it to me. But they can't even speak to you or stand up. We hate the ones that like plop in their chairs and just sit there like
Mhm.
nothing.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
stand up and sell me something. So
Well, and you guys did it right too, because the way you had your tent set up was to walk into your tent, and that's how it should be.
We
Is
always
it-
debate that too.
Yeah, we're
it's
like,
the
That's good
right
to
way to do
hear.
it. It's the right way to do it. You want people to feel welcome. They're coming. This is your storefront.
Right.
yeah, of course.
And so you want them to come in and you want them to shop and feel welcome and to feel comfortable. And the other thing that you were doing right too is you were both on your feet, straight up.
100%.
You were behind the table. You
Mhm.
were out greeting the people and talking and meeting and pointing things out. And so you have that good flow when you have people like that. And I don't want to say some, all of my best events that I've done like that have included salespeople that were working for me that were going out to the people. And I don't mean going out like, hey, come try out my blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But they
Snatching
were there and they were available. Sabrina Jones. She's,
she's
I
amazing.
mean,
Mhm.
she's just has always been one of the best that have ever done stuff for me. but those are the things that you want to do, because people do business with people. It's
Mhm.
not just about the product. It's about
Absolutely.
you.
Mhm.
It's about connecting with you. Okay, so I connected with you too. So that interested me, right?
Mhm.
I wanted to know more
Right.
about what you were doing,
Yeah.
your why.
Mhm.
And when you have that opportunity to tell people, it just makes a whole, I mean,
Absolutely.
look at the other conversations that started to happen when we met and we were standing outside
Mhm.
your tent even. It was the guy who used to judge the
I
pageants.
know
And
it just was like
Right.
flowing. I was like,
And-
this is
But those
happening.
are,
yeah, that's how but that's
Flow
how it
state.
happens. And
Yep.
so, and then find out that he's been on the radio and he's been on Joko and he's
Mhm.
all these things. So all right, I want to get back to some of the other products, because we just went through Christmas. What do you find, or what have you found to be, and even in this new environment, this new business, what was your best seller for Christmas?
For Christmas, I think it was definitely all of our pillows. Our pillows were big sellers. The Fort Worth ones, we just kind of threw and designed some Fort Worth ones towards the end. Those were a big hit for gifts. I know some of the gifts are going to like local donut stores in Fort Worth area, so that was pretty cool.
Fantastic.
Very neat. These dish towels right here with Texas on them, and they also have one that's an RV.
Here, I'll swap cameras
There
for you.
you go. So these great dish towels, they were a big seller as well. Just perfect gifts that you can, give a neighbor, family member. Those are fantastic. And then our Btx hats were a big seller as well, because people don't see a lot with just the Btx logo on there, and gracious enough for the city to allow us to, use that logo. But that was a big hit. The dad hats are very in right now. So we can't wait to design some more of those in the next coming months for Q1 of this upcoming year.
All right, I want to show a couple other cute products you have with you. So this is a flashlight. I mean, or lantern.
Yes.
Okay, so it can
it
hang
is.
outside. It's battery operated, and then you can, let's see if I remember. This part comes off.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can take this part off, put it. Am I doing it right?
Yeah, you
Click it
are.
onto the bottom, and then it can be a flashlight. This is the
or
cute,
hang it from the tree.
or hang it from the tree.
Yeah.
This is super cute. This is a super cute.
know.
I love products that do multiple things.
Well, and that's the thing, and it's like our little
true.
spritzer right
Mhm.
here. It's a watering can and a spritzer, and we don't want to clutter everything that we have. So if things have multiple use, that's fantastic. Things that can go in your RV, your trailer, with you and your family as you're camping, something
that's
you can
awesome,
always
yeah.
pack in your outdoor bag. So that's when we're thinking and we're being mindful about those products and the products that we have. And that's another thing, is a lot of our products we're being told, because we have like that very outdoor, hey, we're RVers, like 100% RVers. This
That's
is going in
awesome.
our RV, or this is being gifted to somebody that is, an RVer. So it's really cool to see that our products are going to go on a journey with somebody
Right.
and kind of follow them around as they're experiencing life in the outdoors and camping and hiking. And so it's exciting to hear those stories. And yeah.
Do you have a favorite product in your line?
Oh goodness, that is a big question
For each, and it's a question for each of you.
Right. I really love our pillows.
They're
I
cute.
love them.
They are cute.
They're indoor,
By the way,
outdoor.
and they are customizable.
Yes.
So if you are not a BTXer, if you are Cleburne, if you are
Yes.
Joshua,
Mhm.
if you are Godly, if you are outside of the Johnson County area, can you hand me one of your pillows? It won't. I don't know if you're going to reach with your headphones, so don't choke yourself. But I just want to hold these up because these are customizable, and you can order these pillows from them. That I'm trying to there we go.
There you
way.
go. Yeah.
You can get them to say hoo-ha, Texas.
Yeah,
if you want.
you really can.
Hoo-ha. I don't know where
They're
they
really
But
anywhere.
aren't they cute? They're super comfy. And again, this is an organic ink.
Mm-hmm.
And those are
so-
indoor, outdoor. So
Just
if
pop them in
they
the
look-
washing machine if they need to be cleaned.
How are
that's
they
even
on the
better.
fading side? Do they fade
No,
much in
they
the sun?
don't, because
They
of the
just
ink is
recommend
right.
being under a cover, so like not in the rain. But
Okay. I like them.
you
So
can throw them in the
customizable.
dish or in the dishwasher. Don't do that.
You've
Throw
got
them in the
water-
laundry.
You've got water bottles. You've got all
Mhm.
kinds of stuff in your line. And I love that.
I think for me, my favorite would be our totes, our customizable totes too.
Oh, that too. Yeah. Let me
Um,
let me show one of those too.
Those are nice and wide. They hold a ton. Don't I?
I'm multitasking momming right now, by the
Nice,
way.
yes, been there.
I'm getting texts from my teenager. I have a birthday party to go to. Call your dad.
Right.
Exactly.
Surely there's
He's
someone
not
else
on
who
air.
can take you.
Yeah.
So these are fantastic, and everything that talking into the microphone. These are fantastic. They're great reusable bags. Same fabric that the pillows are made out of. Just really sturdy, very wide. Actually, everything that we brought today, including the pillow, fit into that bag.
So how long does it take you to get them customized?
So depending on what you want. So traditionally it takes about a week to 2 weeks to have them customized. If we already have them, of course, just local pickup, or we can deliver it to you. But yeah, maybe 1 or 2 weeks for customization.
Okay, great. And obviously you ship.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Yeah,
we
they're
do.
very sturdy. It's not your typical canvas tote. It doesn't have
That's what
that.
I love about that.
Yeah, it has a really, really good sturdy feel to them. And so what do those run, the totes?
So the totes are 26.
Okay.
And the pillows are 37.
Okay, totally doable.
Yeah.
Your pricing's really good. I think it's very
very fair.
It's very fair.
Yeah.
It's and reasonable.
Mhm.
Especially the Sinus Bomb.
Yeah, that was a very good deal.
It
So,
all of it's
yeah.
really good. So what was so let's talk Christmas, shall we?
Yeah.
And again, for those that are listening on the radio, I just want to remind you that if you would like to shop Suburban Wild, go to suburbanwildtx.com. And if you have questions or anything, there's a contact us
There is,
link
yes.
form, I assume.
Yes.
Shopify, are you using Shopify?
We're using Shopify. Yes.
So do I.
Or
It's-
it's suburbanwildtx@gmail.com.
Perfect. And so you can ask them any questions you want before you order.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you even have an idea for them or a product for them.
Well,
So reach
exactly.
out.
We
So
are always open to that.
what do you see as your long-term vision with this company? Do you have a long-term vision for the company yet?
I think right now we're really focusing in on farmers markets, like local markets. That's our big thing right now. We want to get a decent following, get some more products under our belt, do more customization that's from us too, which is important to who we are. And so I think that for the next year, I think that's good.
Storefront.
Yeah, but yeah, storefront, yes, eventually would
I would love
be
that. Oh my
fantastic.
gosh.
So,
That's
and
our goal.
by the way, your embroidery is done. That is someone in the family, correct?
This is.
Yeah. So
Bless her.
I-
Thank you.
I'm just
love
kind of keeping it all in the
you. Yeah.
keep it all in the family, which
We
we like
try.
to see.
Yes.
That's how it works. It's how we evolve. So how was your Christmas?
It was great.
It was wonderful. So, like you, I host Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yes.
Is my first year to host actual
So-
Christmas this year.
So do I, just not 50 people.
Yeah, no, not 50.
I mean,
we had 20
go
plus
big or go home.
at
right?
Thanksgiving.
I mean-
Christmas not so big, but I've made so many turkeys, but I don't know what the stage of Christmas was like. I felt more nervous making Christmas dinner than Thanksgiving. I don't know, but it was great. It was fantastic. My brother's in town. My sister came up from Austin, my grandparents, my dad, my kids, everybody. So it was nieces and nephews. It was a wonderful time.
So do you do a turkey at Thanksgiving and Christmas?
So this year I do a turkey and ham at Thanksgiving,
Okay.
but my grandma, she was dead set on the turkey for Christmas. She wanted it. So I said, no problem. We'll do I'm traditionally would be a ham at Christmas, but
we do turkey and ham for Thanksgiving, and then we do Mexican food for Christmas.
I love that. We've
So
done
I'm
that
married
too.
into
Yeah.
a partial Hispanic family,
Yes.
so I've always been their traditional Christmas. So we do Mexican food.
I
I love
cook
it.
very traditional turkey only at Thanksgiving, and all the fun stuff that goes with it. And Christmas, I cooked a ham traditionally and grew up with a ham
Mhm.
traditionally my entire life until about, I think it was about 10 years ago, I started doing a prime rib on Christmas.
Mm.
And I will
Yeah.
never stop doing a prime rib, because I'll cook a whole ham during the year, and then we keep all the meat for lunch meat.
Mhm.
So, and I'll do a whole turkey that way too. So the ham is in the refrigerator getting ready to be cooked. So I have that. But okay. So what about you, Morgan?
This year we did a turkey. My son is a Boy Scout and actually won us a turkey.
Hey, there you go.
So we're
Go,
not.
Liam.
Yeah, I know. I'm so proud. I think it was supposed to be a Thanksgiving turkey and ended up being a Christmas turkey. So I don't know that we have a traditional one that we do every single year. Last year, my husband smoked a brisket for Christmas, so we whatever.
Just kind of depends on what
Yeah.
everybody feels like.
Yeah, and it's a little a little more chill because we don't have a ton of family in town. So my parents just recently moved to Johnson County from Cincinnati. So they're our guests at Christmas.
Oh, they just moved here?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, welcome to Burleson.
I know.
Or Johnson County.
Yeah,
Are they?
they're in Cleburne, actually.
They're in Cleburne. Okay,
They're
awesome.
Just a year ago, a couple weeks ago. So they just had their first anniversary, and they're finding they're putting in roots. They've had a lot of fun.
I'm a transplant. I came from New Jersey. Yeah. I've been here 25-ish years.
So am I. I'm from Southern California.
Yeah, my mom moved here. My brother moved here. 2 of my other sisters are here. One was here for a while and then went back to Minnesota. And so we're all over the place. But yeah, I mean, the world is made up of transplants. Let's just be real. It doesn't matter where you came from, where you were born. It's where you're calling home and where you're spending money and where you're supporting your community. And no one within any community should ever say negative things about where other people have come from.
I'm so glad you said that. We met the sweetest people at the Burleson Farmers Market who were literally terrified to tell us that they had just moved in from California, and my heart broke for them. And we said, don't ever feel bad talking about where you're from with us.
I am heartbroken to hear that because I'm unfortunately hearing it a lot lately because we are getting a lot of Californians that are moving here.
They were just the sweetest people, but they literally like whispered.
It's like, where are you from? And she's like,
and it was like, it's okay. I'm from California. So we are thinking of you. We love you. We hope that you're loving Johnson County as much as we do.
Yeah, seriously. You know, I think that I would love for people to just flip and take politics out of community and life and realize that people are moving here because they like our community.
Yes. I feel like that's
they
a great
like
thing.
Johnson County, and it's an amazing thing to want to come here, put roots here, spend money here.
Exactly.
Do they not realize too that without people transplanting around, we wouldn't have the food flair, the fashion flair.
Well, that's how your community dies eventually.
Yes, because if you get so hard stuck on no growth at all, then that then you will die.
Yeah. Don't be mad that they're coming here and paying cash for their houses. God bless them that they're able to do that.
I'm a little jealous about that.
Yeah, well, it kind of happens, but it's one of the things that it's one of the reasons my brother moved here from New Jersey years and years ago, and it's because he sold his house in New Jersey and paid cash for a house in Flower Mound. I mean, it's the same thing for my mom. That is a benefit for a lot of people. It's extremely expensive to live in California.
You would like to think that we would want the best for the other people around us too.
Absolutely.
I mean, you want people that our goal in life is to work to better our lives, to better our future. And when somebody else can see a way to do it, then, more power to them. I mean, teach us your ways and,
and here
figure it out.
Here you are both transplants and you've started a small business together. You both have full-time jobs. You both have kids here in school in Burleson. We appreciate you guys. Welcome to Johnson County, even though it's been a while.
It's been a minute.
And, congratulations on this amazing business that you guys have put together. So glad that you said yes to joining me at the table, joining us at the table.
So much for having us.
And again, guys, go to suburbanwildtx.com and shop.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Cheers, although I finished.
We're kind of done with that.
We'll see you back here next Monday, guys. Have an amazing New Year.
From Burleson to Venus and Grandview to Godley, this is the voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.
News this hour from Town